Chapter 4. A Dark Nature, Emergence. As Yaya Boy gets dressed, a commanding voice begins blaring over the comm system. "You're surrounded. Give up now, or you will be destroyed." Moaz Davis, sensing the danger, feeling the raw negative emotions from the officer, walks over to the control panel and patches into the comm system. His voice echoes throughout the entire complex as he says, "My name is Moaz Davis. My companions and I want off of your world. If you allow us access to our ship, we will leave your planet and never return, and that'll be the end of it. But if you make me, I will kill every last one of you. Burn your damn houses down, starve your land of life. I will use the Force to steer a massive asteroid into this planet and destroy this entire hemisphere, ending your way of life. Stand down and give us 5 minutes. It's all I'm asking for, is 5 minutes. Stand down and let us leave your world in peace, or I swear I will leave your planet fragmented into pieces." Your ship compromised our global security system. You destroyed a government-owned motion tracker. A member of your crew was caught red-handed selling unregistered weapons to the Vulcan clan. You violated our airspace, illegally landed on our planet, and killed several of our security officers. The infiltrator spaceship will remain impounded as the property of our government, Gaddick, and you and your crew have been red flagged for termination. You're already dead. You just don't know it yet," the officer yells at Moaz Davis. As every security officer opens fire on the infirmary, Moaz Davis turns to his crew and says, "Stay here, stay low, and don't move. I'll be right back." He stands up holding the hilt in his hand and ignites the Slayer's sword. The Slayer crimson blade illuminates the darkened hallways of the infirmary. Covella, Carillion, Garvac, and Yayo Boy look on in amazement as Moaz Davis moves faster than sight, running down the main hallway towards a blaze of blaster fire, deflecting each laser blast with the amazing laser sword. Reaching the doorway and force leaping high into the air, drawing the blaster fire away from the infirmary and onto him, landing on top of a security officer, striking him from head to toe, splicing him in half, then leaping into the center of the group of officers, crouching low to the ground in a position to pounce. As the officers open fire, they miss the fast-moving Moaz Davis as he leaps high into the air, dodging the barrage of incoming laser blast. As the officers raise their blasters to fire at Moaz Davis, he lands behind them, ignites the Slayer's blade, and decapitates 4 of the officers with one stroke. As a bloodlust consumes him, the dark side fuels him, as he cuts through the officer's flesh with reckless abandonment, striking down one man after another, deflecting incoming laser blasts as he severs and eviscerates their bodies, killing every last single security officer at the barricade, over 30 men slaughtered in a matter of seconds. Rage and anger consumes Moaz Davis as the synergy of electrical energy races throughout his entire body. He deactivates the Slayer and tightly clenches his fist, controlling the immense energy surging throughout his veins as he stands over the broken bodies of the dismembered officers. Knowing the actions he has just taken comes with a heavy cost and the deadliest of consequences. He calls out to his crew, "You guys can come out now. It's all clear. Let's get to the ship before more security officers arrive," Moaz Davis says. "What did you do to them?" Yaya Boy asked. "I tried to warn them. You all heard me try to warn them, but they wouldn't listen. They wouldn't back off. They left me no choice. So, I did what I had to do. And we don't have time to discuss this right now. We have to get out of here before more security officers arrive. We have to go. Now. Moaz Davis says. Looking on in shock at the dismembered body parts of the security officers, the crew of the Infiltrator run to Docking Bay 94, where they board their starship. Moaz Davis uses the Force to break the locking bolts and remove the docking bay clamps, freeing the ship from being impounded. Captain Carillion takes the helm, with Yaya Boy as his co-pilot, and punches coordinates into the nav computer for the planet of Vija, homeworld of the slavers. Yaya Boy activates the hyperdrive, initiating light speed, and the Infiltrator spacecraft zips away at the speed of light. Engaging autopilot, Captain Carillion goes to the galley and speaks to the crew. We should arrive at Vija in a few hours. Look, guys, I know I screwed up back there, but if you give me another chance, I promise I will prove myself worthy of command. I don't even deserve to call myself captain anymore. In fact, Moaz Davis, the ship is yours, Captain Carillion says. I don't want your ship, Carillion. Just get me to the planet Vija. I have a promise to keep, Moaz Davis says. Okay, as you wish. Cavella, I'm sorry I lied to you. I have no excuse. I could have gotten all of you killed. I promise I would never put credits before friends again. I'm sorry. I really screwed up back there. But it will never happen again. I swear it. Captain Carillion says. We'll talk about this later, Carillion. But for now, what's the plan? What do we do? Cavella asked. Simple. I find my old chain gang, set all the slaves free, as I promised, and kill anyone standing in my way, Moaz Davis says. Wow, that does sound simple. But why are we doing this again? Yaya Boy asked. Because I gave the men my word. I would help them get back to their homeworlds, Moaz Davis says. It's your call, but what happens to us after that? Yaya Boy asked. You mean, will I let you go? Moaz Davis asked. Yeah, that's what I mean. Will you free us as well? I got more than I bargained for on this trip already. I lost my best friend, not to mention all my stealth tech has been stripped from the ship, and now, in the hands of the government of Gaddick. I don't mean to speak out of turn or anything. I just wanted to know what's going to happen to us. Yaya Boy asked. Nothing. Nothing will happen to you. Once I have freed the slaves, you will have my leave to go. I promise. Moaz Davis says. What's wrong, Carillion? Cavella asked. I keep thinking about Bick. I got him killed. It's all my fault. Captain Carillion says. No, it's mine. I brought all of you here, which makes it my fault, and I take full responsibility for it. His blood is on my hands, along with those guards I killed. This weight I bear alone, Carillion. Free yourself of guilt, because all blame lay at my feet, Moaz Davis says. The Infiltrator proximity sensors are alerted. Captain Carillion and the crew go to the bridge of the ship and discover they're being tracked by another starship. Some ship following the wake of their energy signature, following them through the darkness of deep space. Long-range scanners indicate the vessel is registered to the government of the planet Gaddick, sir. Bearing a VR5 marker, Yaya Boy says. That's a mercenary ship, Captain. Hired by the government of Gaddick, no doubt. It would seem as if the underworld running the black market doesn't consider the matter over with, and has put out a bounty on all of our heads. Typical tactic for such a corrupt government. What do we do about it, guys? Garvac asked. Nothing. For now. Let them come to us. We'll be arriving at the planet Vija in a matter of moments, and I'll personally deal with the mercenaries myself. Just leave them to me. Stay with the ship. Keep it hidden while I investigate the whereabouts of my abducted men, Moaz Davis says. The infiltrator spacecraft drops out of light speed, arriving at the planet Vija. Landing just outside the Administrative Office of Planetary Affairs, Moaz Davis leaves the ship and the infiltrator spacecraft takes off and flies away to a secret location, going into hiding from the mercenary starship that apparently is hunting them. While Moaz Davis enters the administrative building, walks right up to the official's front desk and asks the arbitrator for assistance. I'm looking for information about Space Cruiser T-11 H3 X8, a scavenger vessel out of Lupus 5, Moaz Davis says. I'm very busy right now, and you have at least 10 others in front of you. Go to the back of the line and wait your turn, young man. The woman hastily blurts out. Moaz Davis stares into the woman's eyes, speaking in a deep hypnotic voice, using the Force to influence her actions and control her will. You will give me the information I requested at once, Moaz Davis says. The woman, compelled to obey his command, answers. Yes, I will give you the information you requested at once. I'm checking the database. One moment, please. The information you requested is coming through now. The vessel is reported as destroyed. T-11 H3 X8 is classified as DIA, most likely from overuse. It was destroyed in action, the woman says. Destroyed, yes, I know. I'm the one who destroyed it. But that isn't what interests me. What interests me is what ship responded to its distress call. What ship arrived and evacuated the survivors off-world? Moaz Davis asked. Checking. One moment, please. A frigate, cruiser class, call sign, the Durant AT-588. A reassigned research vessel, current location and assignment, a scavenging operation within the unknown region of space, near the star system of Zanju 5. That's all the information we have on the current whereabouts of vessel AT-588, the woman says. As Moaz Davis transmits the vital intel to the crew of the infiltrator, Yaya Boy pulls up the star charts for the Zanju 5 star system. He plots a course and inputs the coordinates into the nav computer. When a huge explosion occurs right outside the Administrative Office of Planetary Affairs, automatic laser blasts rain down on top of the building, blowing out windows, blasting holes through the building walls, doors, floors, and the people, killing everyone inside the office building. Automatic laser blast sweeping the entire building, guided by green laser beams targeting anything moving. When the laser blast finally stopped firing, dozens of bodies lay sprawled across the floor of the smoke-filled room, alarm bells ringing, fire sprinklers discharging water and mixing with the blood of the dead. People lying motionlessly in the office building as the smoke-filled room clears. Only a macabre scene of death and destruction remain. The dead bodies can be clearly seen when a high-powered searchlight shines through the windows, scanning the entire building for survivors. The swirling sound of an engine turbine gets louder the closer the spacecraft gets to the building windows, revealing the sleek six-man Predator-class spacecraft bearing the name Explorer 10, Attack Class VO8 800V. When Moaz Davis leaps out of the building windows and onto the spacecraft, ignites the Slayer's blade, and cuts a circular hole through the hull of the Explorer 10 spacecraft, entering into the bridge of the ship, striking one member of the crew sitting near the control panel, cutting him in half, and destroying the panel as well. As explosions from the rest of the control panel spreads throughout the ship's systems, the other 4 crewmen grab their blasters and start firing at Moaz Davis. But the Slayer deflects the incoming laser blast back at the men, striking them, knocking the blasters out of their hands. Unarmed, 2 of the men move in closer to attack Moaz Davis, but they soon fall to the ground, being force choked to death by Moaz Davis. "Who the hell are you guys? Why did you kill all those people in that office building?" Moaz Davis asked. "Because we don't leave witnesses behind. We're not bounty hunters or mercenaries. We're exterminators, hired by the government of Gaddick. But you already knew that, didn't you?" The captain of the Explorer 10 asked. "What do you want with me?" Moaz Davis asked. "The bounty on your head, of course. But you already knew that too, didn't you? But what you don't know is, I'm your own blood, boy. My name is Rencor Moask, leader of Clan Davis and your blood uncle. When I received the report from High Council, and they informed me of the name you had given them, the name Moaz Davis, I knew who you were. That small boy I sold into slavery all those years ago, a ghost from my past, come back to hunt me. The High Council, in all their wisdom, wrongfully assumed you were one of my men, after I assured them that was impossible, and that you must be an impostor masquerading using my family's noble name for treachery and deceit. They hired me to track you down and bring you back for trial and judgment. Also a chance to clear my family's good name with the registry. I have to say, I was impressed by the report. A ghost-like figure killing men by the dozens. Very strange indeed. But when they said the name you had given them, the name Davis, I knew it was you, and the time had come. I could sense it. The boy we kidnapped and sold into slavery, all grown up and looking for revenge. Well, here I am, the cause of all your misery. I killed my very own brother, your father, and your mother, your sister, and your young brother. I was hired for the job because I could get close to your father and destroy everything he worked for. He wanted peace, when anyone can tell you war is more profitable, even preferable. He betrayed our family's crest, a noble house of warriors, reduced to peacekeeping cowards. I didn't see it as killing my own brother, but restoring honor to our family's name. We are all warriors, bred to fight and kill, not weak politicians, bargaining and negotiating peace treaties. I did the right thing, putting your father to the sword, and if I had to, I'd do it again. But as I got to your crib, I sensed the power of the Force within you, boy. A unique power that had to be respected, and one that deserved a warrior's death. Fighting on your feet in combat, not slain in your crib as a helpless infant. I failed my mission to wipe out your entire family that day, when I took you and sold you into slavery. I knew the oppression would awaken the Force within you, and the hate would forge you into a killer. With the Force as your ally, I knew you would free yourself, and one day we would meet again as warriors, face to face, and I would give you a chance to avenge your father's death, fighting on your feet as a warrior, not murdered in your crib as a helpless infant. I may have botched your assassination on that day, but as a fellow Force user, I was honor-bound to give you a fighting chance. I created you, boy, but I had no idea I would create such a monster. A monster I must now destroy, finally completing my mission to exterminate your entire family. Face me, Moaz Davis, in force-to-force combat. Meet me on our homeworld of Crom, and I will show you the true nature of the Force, Rencor says. Before Moaz Davis can move or say a word, he's grabbed by a powerful force and thrown up against the hull of the ship, then lifted high into the air and slammed viciously onto the steel floor, manhandled, then aggressively force-choked, picked up and thrown out of the porthole. He's viciously smacked down onto the pavement ground, landing right outside the administrative office of planetary affairs. The Explorer 10's damaged spacecraft flies away. Smoke can be clearly seen coming from the spacecraft as it climbs high into the atmosphere and disappears. Moaz Davis is bruised and battered, badly beaten, shocked by Rencor's powerful force abilities and the revelation concerning his family's fate. Knowing his uncle is extremely powerful and very dangerous, Moaz Davis lies motionlessly on the ground, thinking about what Raxus once told him about the Force, about the battle between the dark side and the light. His thoughts also focus on the words revealed by his murderous uncle. His father killed for political revenge, his mother and siblings killed for profit, and himself made to suffer by the hands of his own uncle. Moaz Davis decides in that moment to destroy Rencor, Clan Davis, and the entire black market organization that hired the hit on his family. When the familiar sound of a loud engine comes close, blowing swirling winds whipping across the grounds, the infiltrator spacecraft hovering right above Moaz Davis, landing right beside him, Kovella and Gorvac get out and help the injured Moaz Davis onto the ship. Captain Carillion moves the infiltrator spacecraft high into the atmosphere, taking orbit around the planet of Vija. Kovella mixes several herbs and minerals, concocting a healing potion, and gives it to Moaz Davis. As the mystical potion races through his body, it's repairing his injuries. Kovella is kneeling over him, saying an ancient prayer to help him regain focus and retain his consciousness as his body heals. Lying in a dazed state of mind, he begins to meditate, focusing until finding his central focal point, regaining his balance. Once the medicine takes effect on his body, he begins to rapidly heal. Moaz Davis snaps out of his trance and begins to speak. His strength of power is astonishing. Unbridled raw energy flowing from the Force itself. I never experienced anything like it before. Rencor's connection to the Force is sheer overwhelming power, and that power has made him one of the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy. My own blood, and I must be the one who destroys him. I'm going after him, alone, Moaz Davis says. What are you talking about? We're a team. We're coming with you, Kovella says. No, he's too powerful. I must face him alone. This is something I have to do by myself. It's destiny, or perhaps fate. I don't really care which. I just know he has to be stopped, Moaz Davis says. We can help you, Kovella says. I know you can. I could not have gotten this far without your help. Thank you, Kay. You will always be special to me. My friend, Special K. You are the first friend I have ever had. But the truth is, in my visions, I have seen your death. If you continue to help me, you will be destroyed. This entire ship and everyone on it will be destroyed. I have seen it, and I cannot ask you to give your lives. This is my fight. I alone must find a way to destroy Rencor. I will hunt him down and destroy them all. Carillion, you and your ship are free of our bargain. Kovella, you as well. You're free to return to your homeworld of Kaior. But if you want my advice, you should stay with the crew of the Infiltrator. They are a good crew, good people, and they could use your help. This is the end, my friends, where we must part ways. Time is of the essence. I have to hurry. He's getting further away from me right now, Moaz Davis says. Then take the emergency pod. It will make Mark 5 pass light speed. Yaya boy modified it himself. Think of it as a parting gift. And I promise you, if we can help the slaves escape, we will, Captain Carillion says. Moaz Davis shakes the captain's hand, embraces Covella with a hug, and then bids farewell to Yaya boy and Garvat. He then boards the emergency pod, lays in a pursuit course for the Explorer 10's spacecraft, and initiates the controls activating the hyperdrive and zips away at the speed of light, tracking his evil uncle, Rencor Moask, all the way back to their home world of Crom, where they would meet face to face in mortal combat and battle to the death using only the power of a force wielder. Captain, I just wanted to say the words. I misjudged you, and I'm sorry. It won't happen again, Covella says. It's okay. I owe you an apology as well. I'm sorry for lying to you, and it won't happen again. And I promise, we will find those crystals. If we have to search every planet in a quadrant, I will find those crystals for you. Now, let's track down that research vessel, the Durant AT-588, and let's see if we can save those men and help them escape captivity. Yaya boy, the course is laid in. Our heading is set, our future undetermined, and our fate undecided. Sounds like fun, and a hell of an adventure. Wouldn't you say, guys? Captain Carillion asked his crew. Yeah, Captain. Let's do it, Yaya boy responds. Yeah, sounds like fun, Cap, Garvac says. Hey, Carillion, you want a first mate? Covella asked. On behalf of the Infiltrators crew, we would be honored to have you join us. Welcome to the Infiltrators crew. Vic, laying the course to... Damn. Slip of tongue, guys. I just miss him so damn much. Yeah, boy, initiate the hyperdrive. We have a promise to keep in the Zanju 5 star system, Captain Carillion says. As Yaya boy initiates the hyperdrive, the Infiltrator spacecraft zips away at the speed of light. 2 ships, 2 destinies, 2 destinations. Both will have fantastic journeys and bloody adventures, with wonderful tales to be told in the future, and maybe one day the Force will bring them all together again. The end. Hi guys, this is Moaz Davis. Remember, share, like, and subscribe. And if you don't, I will hunt you down, and I will kill you. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story. And leave me any kind of messages that you'd like me to respond to, and I'd be glad to.